The Will You Grow Show goes live Sundays 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern. To receive notifications, click the subscribe button beneath this video, or visit YouTube's Will You Grow channel to see more shows and videos. And now, here's Will You founder Angelique Medow with this week's Will You Grow Show.
Welcome to the Will You Grow Show. How are you? I'm Angelique, and I'm the founder of Will You and WillYouGrow.com, an inspirational multimedia company that provides personal growth and joy through education, conversations, and adventures like the one we're on today. We are obviously not in the studio. We are here on site at Granite Peak, also known as Rib Mountain, here in Wausau, Wisconsin. This behind me is beautiful quartzite, a rose quartzite. Isn't this absolutely stunning? Oh, I wish you were here to be able to see this beautiful place. Great place to meditate, great place to hike, great place to go to the tower and see a beautiful view of the city, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm so glad you're here today because today's show is all about personal growth through nature. This is the 12th in a series of shows about personal growth through nature, where we learn to observe the outside of us and, like nature here today, and reflect on the inside and how we could change what's going on in here to become more peaceful, more inclusive, and more unconditionally loving like nature. So today's show is all about inclusivity and unconditional love. And how can we learn that through our experience with nature? Check it out. Here we are at Rib Mountain. While at Rib Mountain State Park, we discovered a park within a park. This is the Bee and Pollinators Park. Lots of beautiful flowers located here, unusual species as you can see here as well. And they are being pollinated by the local inhabitants. Take a look at some of the fun and fabulous creatures that we observed. while I was out here, I decided to do a meditation. And as you can see, there's a calm that has come over me from the experience that I had. And the meditation gave me a few messages that I thought I'd share with you. One of them is that our energy and our attention are the most valuable currency. So to use them wisely. We have lots of choices every day. But how are we allowing that currency of ours to flow? Are we putting our attention and our energy into things that are not fruitful? This gives us an opportunity to reflect. And as this show is about unconditional love and inclusion, it takes me back to the inner place, the one that is the thought, is the feeling, is the experience, is the knowingness, is the beingness, all of that. And in those steps back into this experience of being, I can ask myself, and I will. I am asking, where's my attention going? Where's my energy going? And is it supporting unconditional love and inclusion of myself in life? And if it is, that's good. That's a good, wise choice for me. And if it's not, it needs to go. I share these things with you in case it's helpful for you or inspirational for you. It's all good for me. Yeah. Meditation, a great source of unconditional love and inclusion for sure. Good stuff. I have to say that I could not have imagined the level of joy that I am experiencing from what is included in the energy and the beingness and the essence of these rocks right here. I know it might sound silly to some of those out there who feel like rocks are just rocks, but they're not. They're rock people. But those of us who are disconnected from our sense of self and are disconnected from our ability to feel what's going on here inside of us, also are disconnected from what's going on in rocks. That's right. There are things going on in this one, and there are things going on in this one. So for any of you out there who are the last one to know when your body starts to fall apart, you're the last one to know if you have heart problems, you're the last one to know if there's an ulcer or colitis or something like that, and a doctor has to tell you there's something wrong with your body. You're disconnected with this one. I'm not criticizing you. I've been there. I understand. I went through my own serious health difficulties. But this show is encouraging us to get back in touch with what's going on in here so that we can also get back in touch with what's going on here. I have had a most beautiful meditation experience and just a glorious feeling of being included in a beautiful place. I feel like some things have changed within my body, which has allowed me to solidify and ground. How could that be described to someone who's never felt that way or don't know what that is? When we're not grounded, we feel anxious. We feel confused. We feel unclear. If you feel any of those feelings, there's a lack of grounding. So how does one ground? Well, the first thing we can do is get outside. Get outside. And when we're out here, experience it here. Notice what we're feeling, rather than being in our head and focusing on our thoughts or our to-do list. Being in nature is all about the experience of feeling what we feel. in here and out here. And when we can do that and take some big deep breaths, everything shifts just as it should. And we can trust that process because we are included in this beautiful life. We are included and unconditionally loved by the one who creates all. We can know that because we're still here. Life wants us here, or it would remove us. It has that option at any moment. I am so thankful for these rocks here today. I'm so thankful for this beautiful experience and this gorgeous nature here in Rib Mountain in Wausau, Wisconsin. Thank you, life, for creating such a place. Thank you, Mother Nature, for supporting us through this beautiful experience here with the rocks. And thank you to the rocks for being. Thank you for including me, just like this space right here. Thank you for including me in this life with you. The following information is about pink and white quartzite and comes from Gemosphere.com, naturalhealinggems.com, and healthline.com. Quartzite stabilizes positive changes by anchoring them in the fabric of our physical and subtle bodies. It helps prevent us from slipping back to our old state after we undergo any uplifting change, such as a healing or spiritual experience. Quartzite helps the body establish a new state of balance that includes the change into the body. If you are experiencing rapid changes, quartzite also helps you maintain your own sense of self, stay balanced, and stabilize you while you change. Quartzite purifies and amplifies our energy, promoting manifestation and reaching one's goals. Quartzite comes in a variety of different colors, with each color having a special point of focus for the chakras. White quartzite especially targets the crown chakra, which is associated with harmony and creativity. The crown chakra, also called Sahasrara, is represented by a purple lotus with 1,000 petals. This energy center controls our connection to spirit and our sense of universal consciousness, wisdom, unity, and self-knowledge. The Sahasrara is located at the level of the fontanelle, which is above the head. The fontanelle is a space between the bones of the skull, where ossification is not complete and the sutures are not fully formed when babies are born. The main one of the 4 fontanelles is between the frontal and parietal bones. Fontanelles allow for growth of the brain and the skull during an infant's first year. There are normally several fontanelles on a newborn's skull. They are located mainly at the top, back, and sides of the head. Like the sutures, fontanelles harden over time and become closed, solid bony areas. The crown chakra coincides with the energy crown forming on the head as Kundalini energy moves in a harmonious manner. The white quartzite healing crystal increases harmony, balance, understanding, and inspiration. Quartzite keeps us on track and ensures that we have the physical energy and the emotional stamina to stay in our own power. Predominantly pink quartz, also called rose quartz, is a crystal of unconditional love that brings deep healing to the heart by opening the heart chakra. Once achieved, a deeper state of calmness, serenity, and peace is reached, which ultimately results in complete relaxation, encouraging the feelings of happiness and contentment. It is known as a healing crystal and the stone of unconditional love. It's believed by some to emit strong vibrations of love, which are thought to support emotional and relationship healing, inspire compassion, and boost feelings of peace and calm. Rose quartz may be used to balance emotional health, release emotional blockages, and balance other chakras. Although none of this information is scientific, people existed, supported, healed, and grew themselves by means of tools like these long before standard allopathic medicine was born. Any way we look at it, each perspective and combination of pink and white quartz at Rib Mountain represent a beautiful, inclusive, godlike perspective on life. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Will You Grow show about inclusivity and unconditional love. And now it's your turn. I ask you the question, will you include yourself, what you need, in your decision making? Will you unconditionally love this one here so that you are allowed to do that? As you make choices and walk this path of life, making choices in love is essential so that your life doesn't feel like labor. I think we've all been there and we know what that feels like. So come join me on tour. Let's go out, get out in nature, and let's take a workshop. Coming up, we'll be on tour in Tennessee. We're going to Abrams Falls and Cades, Cove in the Smoky Mountains, where we'll take a whole day hike and then follow that up with a beautiful dinner, al fresco on the patio at Dancing Bear Lodge. You can join us October 18th for that hike in Tennessee. Then you can join us in South Carolina. Come by the beach for the Pat Conroy Literary Festival and Workshop, where I'll be having my own workshop about personal growth through journaling. We'll be talking about inviting peace, passion, and joy into our life through the writing process, which requires inclusivity and unconditional love. Imagine that. And join us in Tennessee again, coming up with more tour dates later this winter. And if you do join us in South Carolina at the ocean, you can also join me in the park there at Hunting Island, which is my very most famous park in the entire world. Not to say this one's not wonderful, they're all wonderful. But boy, the energy there and the beauty there, the trees, the ocean, it's just absolutely fantastic. And I'd like to introduce you to the great horned owls and all of the beauty of nature there in South Carolina on Hunting Island. There's a tour date listed in the description box for that as well. So click in the description box, find the tour that best suits you, or if you'd like to just talk one-on-one about whatever's going on in your world and how we might invite peace, passion, and joy, you're welcome to do so. You can book your own complimentary session as well as groups of sessions if you'd like, where we could get down into those things that are causing you some trouble so that we can free you up and you can learn to free yourself from your own limitations. So for now, I'm going to send you off. So take excellent care of your very fine self. And I'll send you off always with love from Angelique.
Join Angelique and the Will You Grow team on tour. Be inspired and empowered by an immersive nature experience and supper in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. A live workshop during beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina's Pat Conroy Literary Festival, and a nature tour of Angelique's favorite place on earth, Hunting Island, South Carolina. Adventure with us every third Tuesday of the month through October in Townsend, Tennessee for a day hike to Abrams Falls, followed by a casual 5-star supper on the patio at the Dancing Bear Appalachian Bistro and Lodge. Adventure with us Friday morning, October 28th in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina for a writer's workshop presented by Angelique to invite more peace, passion, and joy into your life. This workshop is in partnership with the Pat Conroy Literary Center and its festival, celebrating Pat Conroy, a leading figure of late 20th century Southern literature. Join Angelique and a myriad of authors, celebrities, writers, and New York Times bestsellers as they present workshops to educate and inspire you on your life journey. While in South Carolina, adventure with us on Sunday, October 30th for an immersive nature experience as Angelique leads you to deepen your connection with nature and experience walking the sandy trails of the tropical forest with loblolly pines, deer, herons, and great horned owls. Enjoy all these great adventures and come travel with us on tour. Click the link to Adventure Tours in the description box and book your tickets now to see us there. Get ready to feel revitalized and refreshed by a day hike, a waterfall, and a 5-star supper in the heart of the Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee. Join author, speaker, and nature enthusiast Angelique Medow as she leads Will You Love Nature Tours every third Tuesday of the month through October 2022. Feel the cool mountain breeze and the crystal clear stream. Smell the seasonal flowers and forest. Hear the rushing waterfall and watch animals in their element. Whether you're beginning to connect with yourself, nature, and life in this way, or you'd like to deepen your connection, join us to renew your heart and mind with Angelique in nature. Learn easy tips for more peace, joy, and vibrancy. Release inner resistance and feel refreshed today. After the hike, we'll enjoy a relaxed supper on the patio of the Dancing Bear Bistro. And if you'd like to extend your experience overnight, book your own luxury cabin at Dancing Bear. These exclusive Will You Love Nature tours and dinners in the heart of the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee are now open. Book your tour now, any third Tuesday of the month through October 2022. Just click the description box, click the link for the Cades Cove tour, then book your tour, and we'll see you there. For more information about programs offered by Will You, mentoring with Angelique, and to watch video success stories from clients, explore willyougrow.com. If you or your company are interested in inspiring our mutual audience by sponsoring this or another of our programs, let's talk about it. Boost viewer confidence and trust in your company. Call 1-833-WILL-YOU, then press extension number 6. Make sure to click the subscribe button to get reminders before upcoming shows.